All right, so first up today, we've got BeatHive.com. BeatHive is a loop library retailer with some cool site functionality and plenty of great loops to choose from. You can preview individual loops and purchase them as part of a library or selectively. Most of the loops cost about $1, and loop packs are around $4 or $5 and contain about 10 loops. You can also set up your own shop on the BeatHive site and get paid when your loops are purchased. Additionally, there's a DVD collection of 1,200 of the best rated loops on the website, which is available for $99. So let's check out some of these loops. Oh, Dan's got a copy of the BeatHive sampler right there.
So Kenny D, the guy who runs this BeatHive site, they're from out in
Bangladesh,
San Francisco. Yeah, shut up, man. He sent us a copy of this DVD, 1,200 loops, a lot of loops. And the great thing about it is it's all from just dudes or just producers who are putting their stuff up on the site, and then the users vote for them, and then this is some of the stuff that's voted to be the best. Sweet. So it's really varied. Mm-hmm. You know, it doesn't get as in depth as a lot of loop packages will, but it really has a lot of different stuff, and it's a great way to diversify. And it's only $100. It's only
$100. That's a good price for that many loops.
Absolutely.
Yeah, compared to like other like loop, you know, creators, loop production companies, it's a pretty good deal.
Right.
So first up, the first producer is Ben Leinbach. He shows up first on here. He has it's mostly like chill stuff, a lot of acoustic things, cool. You know, chill roads type stuff.
Nice.
And what you do is he basically separates all of these things into different like songs sets, so you can like grab them and put them together and then have your own song, or you could just put together one or two things.
Gotcha.
So what you end up with is you know, you can just use the drums, or you can use them all together. There's some drums here. I believe actually these are all drums in this. This is the beat bag folder. All acoustic.
Nice.
Down tempo. Looks like all of them are below 90. It goes all the way down to 66.
Sweet.
Something I like. I think something on the BeatHive site. They like down tempo, really low tempo stuff.
The beautiful thing about it is you can always speed up the down tempo stuff, but you can't really slow down the up tempo.
That's true. Yeah.
It might be why they might rage so well. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's check out something else on here. Let's see if we can find a song set. Let's see. How about Skeleton? That sounds like it might be a song set.
You know, personally, I'm not really pro loops. I like to, you know, sequence as much as I can on my own, but I like these acoustic loops. That's something that I can't do on my own.
Yeah, and like if you basically what you can do is, you know, you start out with your drums. These are just construction kits. Yeah. So, I mean, you could just use those drums, or you could just use a bass if you have something that it goes with. And there we go. And this would go with the drums.
The drums, right.
It's really sparse.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Nice.
Some organ. So let's say, you know, you're not really into the loop thing, you have a whole band thing, but you want to put some percussion or organ over something and it fits in the groove of this one. Here's a percussion one.
It's an interesting thing you bring up, because it's like a lot of people don't like to use loops and stuff like that. I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I play drums and all sorts of different things. So I like to use the loops in the event for time purposes. When I'm creating something and I want to hear what the bongos sound like, or, you know, whatever, I can just throw a loop in there.
Right.
Use it, and then over time I can redo the part live when I have the time to do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a speed thing for me, just getting it done and hearing how the timbre mixes with everything else, et cetera, et cetera.
I can understand that. I like one thing, that song that I'm working on, that, you know, you're a fantastic guitarist and I'd love to have that. I mean, that's no way a loop could ever replace that. So it's nice to, but I understand that when you're in the process of developing the song elements, that you know, can be really helpful.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
There's some Rhodes.
Nice. What do you think, Britton?
I was going to try to say something bad about it, but I like it.
That's good.
Yeah, I thought you'd say something like that.
All right. Yeah. Let's move on from Ben Leinbach. Next we got Boxkite. This is also, yeah, he's another producer. This is also mostly construction kits. Pretty much more experimental though. We have our different components here: drums, guitar chords, cymbal, bass, organ. What's this one? Spring horn.
Ah, see, that's kind of cool.
Maracas. You got your drums again.
See, there's something, maracas. That's a perfect example of something that you just throw in there. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there. I don't have a pair of maracas. I have a lot of percussion stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, something that simple, I'm not going to really care if it's a loop or if I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
true.
I
That's
don't
true.
really care. Because if it's there and
neither
it
will your
sounds
audience.
good, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Let's
If
check
it's there
out
and
one.
it sounds good, then it's there and it sounds good.
Let's check out one more on here. This is Berlin. I'm guessing this is going to be kind of synthy. Here's a bass. Yeah. Here's the percussion. So this actually has all the percussive instruments in different loops. So you can put them together, affect them differently. It's kind of nice. Here's the snare. There's a pad.
I like that.
Dirty.
One.
Some noise. That's kind of cool. All right, this next one is my favorite one. It's called David Phillips Steel Guitar, pedal steel.
Oh, sweet.
And he has different song sets. So basically, like if you're writing, this one's in B flat major, and if you're doing like a 1-4-5 thing, like a lot of us do, he has different loops that go over different changes, as well as just here's one that you would just play over the B flat chord.
Nice.
Sweet.
But let's say you're going 4-5. You're doing a 4-5-1 change. So here's a 4. There's a 5.
And finally, I can make some country hip hop.
You know?
And I never thought in my entire life that I would hear a loop that I could buy of a pedal steel.
Here's just
Huh.
a 1-4.
That's actually a good point.
You know?
Yeah.
I never thought. That's awesome.
That is. That's sweet.
So he's got a few different ones on this pack. There's one in B flat major, B minor, E, G, all at different tempos. Let's listen to the faster one. And here's a 4-5 change.
Nice.
But
All right.
also included in here is a folder just of effects, pedal steel effects.
Whoa.
Let's hear him.
So let's listen to a few of these.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Horror movie. Right there.
This is my particular favorite.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
cool.
always expect to hear that out of a pedal steel. Very nice, sort of creative take on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
next is Equinox Sounds, and I described this one as old school chill drum beats, and then some techno stuff. Let's see. Here's an 80 BPM. So got a few things of a few folders of drum loops. Actually, kind of futuristic. Let's check 115. So electronic drum beats. There's also some ambient sequences. F minor.
Reminds me of science class in 91.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's a very good way of describing this.
And then the cell splits.
You are about to learn about conservation of energy. All right, let's check out an Ethereum melodies and then a synth lines, and then we'll move on. So this looks like it's going over a change, E minor, E flat.
Next, the virus enters the cell and releases its seed.
Yeah. Okay, here's a synth line.
Nice.
Check out
Nice.
one or two more. And it's nice because you get both the BPM and the key.
Very cool.
All right.
That's a seizure waiting to happen.
Okay, next is Kenny D, and he's probably one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
You can tell he's getting some nice warm sounds.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, he might have used some plugins, but probably a good amount of them are actual hardware synths. And these are mostly just rhythmic sort of, just weird noises.
Sweet. Nice.
Cool. So that's in the Evolution synth ones, and these are sort of more old school, I believe.
I like those a lot.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, they're real nice sound to them. And then the Nova synths, which I believe are a little more electronic or techno based.
That's badass.
Yeah, I like these three a lot.
That sounds great.
All right. So moving on, we got Node, breaks, IDM. That's kind of how I describe these. Somewhat eclectic. The Node drums are basically just, here we go.
Nice.
Usually highly affected electronic drum sources. Let's check out some of the other ones. Some industrial. They actually have a folder called Industrial Groove.
Whoa.
They also have a World Beat folder. All right, so that's Node. Next up, we got Patatomic. These are all live drums, mixed pretty low, so you can add your own gain to it. And there's a wide range of tempos. It goes all the way down to the 55 BPM on this one.
Wow.
And these are all arranged in sort of song sets as well, but just different parts. So you got an intro, and there's usually some lead in time. And then you have a loop. You have a few loops. So here you actually get your beat. You got some fills. And then you have an ending. This one doesn't seem to want to play. There we go. And so that goes from 55 all the way up to 140. And again, you get your intro. And you just regular different loops. A fill. 2 fills here. And then your ending. Oh, that just sounds like a quick ending.
There it is.
There you go.
Cool.
And there's a bunch of different ones too. Those were all from the Hyde Street series. Let's listen to the ska one real quick. All right. So next up we got PB Crabshaw. And these are all construction kits, kind of like just a little bit of world influence on them. You got like bongos. On all of them there's all like different types of percussion. But when you listen to the drums and stuff,
nice,
and the guitar,
Sweet.
I like those drums.
Yep.
you get a sort of like idea of what it's trying to do.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this one's called Arabesque. And then there's one called Whiskey, which is a bit more rocking at 160. The drums on those. Got some acoustic guitar. Sounds pretty good. Bass. And of course, the extra percussion. Woodblock. Tambourine. So that's PB Crabshaw. Next is Radioactive Beats. This is the hip hop, definitely the hip hop section of the stuff. A lot of FM synthesis, not on the drums, but if we listen to like guitar, that actually sounds real. But on some of these, you can definitely hear like the FM synthesis going on. This guy definitely has a DX7 or is using the FM8 or something. And my particular favorite folder in this one is the Crunk folder.
Nice. You make some of them raw beats with the timpani.
Oh, this.
You're gonna mix the timpani over that.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And then the synth.
Nice.
What?
I think this is Britain's favorite.
Yeah, it is.
The
It
crunk.
totally is.
The crunk.
I doubt Little John is really caring about this.
Crunk vocals.
Sweet.
I think we can actually hear those with the. Here we go. The drums with the vocals. So.
What?
All right.
Man.
Next is Shiraz World Beat. some Bhangra elements thrown in there. You get a lot of like this kind of stuff. Doom back. Real drums. Dance hall, like.
Nice.
And then you always get something like this.
I prefer Delay Llama.
Well, here's the dance one. This has a lot of stuff in it. There's some bass.
Whoa, crazy panning on that one.
Some tabla to go with that.
Yeah.
Of course.
We're getting ethnic up in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I like it. And then finally, Trans Alarm. These are all just heavy beats, all drums, hip hop. Woo! The heavy stuff. There's some 90.
90 happens to be my favorite tempo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
everything is there's 90, 80, some 60, and some 75, and 65 as well. Why is 90 your favorite tempo, Drew?
Because it's also 180.
Oh yeah. I love 180 is actually my current favorite tempo.
See, there you go. I just said 90 because it's more PC.
Mine is 4.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
What are you using, Logic?
Yes.
which one, do you guys know kind of which ones you liked in here?
Out of all those,
Yeah.
I mean that was tough to pick. There were so
Yeah.
many that we went through.
They're so varied.
The pedal steel was definitely a
Pedal
highlight
steel?
for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
that
there's
was-
actually like demo mixes, so they kind of give you an idea of
Nice,
what's
let's hear
going
one.
on. This is the pedal steel one. So this is just all of the loops kind of mixed together.
All right. Did it?
But let's actually, I think we should go to one of the construction kits ones,
Sure.
so we can actually see like what kind of stuff they do. We'll do the fundamental from Boxkite. So they all give you examples of like what you would actually be hearing, and then they also include the parts that you can put together yourself. And these all come in they're included both in Apple Loop format and an acidized wave.
Okay.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right.